It is my great dishonor to be the person that says this and breaks this to you on television, but President Donald Trump is announcing on Truth Social, the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Melania and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife Erica and his family.
Very angry because you don't get your lick back.
I'll get to why the intro has significance later in the video, but I really wanted to address the title of today's video, which is how basically taking the red pill can lead you to trash pandering out here on the internet. Which, when we are talking about Cooley, who we're going to mostly address in today's video, he's a person who hasn't gone full trash panda yet, but he does have a lot of trash panda beliefs. A lot of the same things that people like the Officer Tatum, Myron Gaines, and a lot of these other doofuses out here on the internet believe in. He believes in a lot of the same stuff. So I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before he starts that grift too. Because if his platform dies, which, look, he's still getting pretty steady views on his channel. It doesn't really add up to the number of subscribers that he has on his channel, but he has grown over like 100,000 subscribers in the last year. Because basically, it's shocking to me that Meezy seems like he just now discovered who Cooley is, which there's no way, because we're coming up on basically the 1-year anniversary and when we clown Cooley on this channel and pushed this channel to over 5,000 subscribers. And there's no way that Meezy has never heard of this man, but the way he talked about him in his video, you would think that was the case. But he was really just talking about how Cooley has this infatuation with single mothers, and it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed at all. And that's one of those things. It's like, damn, this dude really has been talking about the same thing for quite some time. Now, Meezy also was trying to make the point in his video that he thinks that red pill is ultimately dying because the video that he was making is probably not going to get the engagement on his channel that it normally does, where I don't believe that whatsoever, because Cooley's channel has grown. That lets you know that this isn't dying, and it's not going to die quite yet or anytime soon, because I keep making the point that every year there's going to be another crop of very moldable brains, young, impressionable 17 to 18-year-olds that can be corrupted by the red pill. People that done crashed out in relationships, didn't get any ass, or something bad happened to them, or they were traumatized to where the point that they're going to go ahead and go down their red pill rage rabbit hole. And it just is inevitable. It happens to so many other these guys. And I don't know what to say or do about that, but that is just reality. So the fact that he actually believes that, I don't think that's true. I just think that his audience may be maturing to the point they're like, that just doesn't interest me anymore. Where over here we have different critiques. We just kind of like to clown these guys and put different edits and stuff on the videos. So it's a different type of critique here. It's not quite the same as Meezy's. But enough of that, let's go ahead and play some highlights of Cooley just in case you forgot about Cooley or whatever he's talking about, because some of this stuff is also recent.
You don't have to work. You can sell pussy and still make it. You don't never have to be a bum. Do you see homeless chicks on the street? No. If there's any homeless chick on the street, it's by choice. She don't gotta be homeless. She got a pussy that she can sell. Ain't got dick to sell. It ain't working. So what I'm saying, the male experience is much different than a woman experience. You live life on freaking easy mode. You don't get it. You can't raise no son. It ain't happening. You don't understand the male experience. So you speaking like, well, yeah, I can raise my son into a boy. You're not raising your son into a boy. I'm trying to wake you up and give you the reality that you ain't. So the only thing you can hope for is maybe some nigga that you can bag as a stepfather to raise that for you. And if not, you better hope that God is with your son to raise that into a man. If not, he ain't being no man. He gonna be like all of these other whips that y'all chicks complain about. Sassy boys. Oh, these is feminine. Oh, they're leading me on. They're selling me a dream. They're not being masculine and telling me the truth. He's gonna be like one of those niggas. The niggas that y'all chicks complain about. What are you talking about? You raising a boy into a boy. He will never be a man.
I've been through probably more than you as a grown man ever been through.
What are you talking about? I'm the nigga that I'm speaking about. I was raised without a father, and guess what? I had to discover manhood on my own.
Boy, that was quite the revelation.
You're in the 18th percentile, like myself. I have full custody of my kid. Difference between me and you is I met my girl when we got together when we were 25. So yes, we both had children. So we came into the relationship with children, but I was young and she was young. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't have to build on anything. We were kind of just young together, figuring things out. Okay, so now you just heard that clip where you got the truth now. Now let's get into another clip where I actually tell men that don't have any kids not to date single moms. Men that do have kids that have full custody of their kids, that's an exception to the rule if you have full custody of your kids, because only 18% of fathers win custody battles. So you're in the exception, man. And when you have full custody of your kid, women that don't have kids necessarily don't understand the obligations that it takes when having kids. There's many red flags that those single moms be having. So still try to avoid them. But if you can find one that doesn't have all of those red flags, but you have a kid, maybe it's not a bad idea. But still, it's nonsensical to even say, because generally speaking, most of them do. I just happen to be the exception to the rule, and my girl happens to be the exception to the rule. I'll give the ladies some games for the single moms. I've done it before, I'll do it again. You can't compare me in this situation because one, I have children. So if you're a single mom out there and you're looking for a man without any kids, then generally speaking, you're gonna be recreational use only. He's not really gonna take you seriously, right? Generally speaking. Now, are there some guys that would still date a single mom and they have no kids? Yeah, it's some guys out there, but it's very far few in between. Listen, my chick knows she just do what I tell her to do. You get what I'm saying? So I'm an exception to the rule. I don't have to negotiate with my woman to try to get her. My woman doesn't nag me.
I could care less.
1 year later, 1 year faker, 1 year more fugazier. I swear these people are mentally ill. Fugazi Cooley has not changed whatsoever, and he still continued to grow over this entire span of time. It is amazing to just believe. I can't repeat this enough about the fact that they repeat the same stuff all the time. Dude, it's a year later. He's still saying the same things. Still same beard, same haircut, same talking points. Everything's still the same. Everything is just repetitive. I swear, man, like Myron I seen recently got cooked by this black dude because the guy actually knew what he was talking about. I mean, once you actually come at these people with real statistics, real facts, real historical evidence, they don't have anything to say because they don't know anything outside of the stuff they've been taught to repeat. That's it. Indoctrination, repetition. These people are always talking to you about how everybody else is in the Matrix, yet they are just like the old lady that was in the Matrix movie, constantly repeating herself, constantly reliving the same day over and over and over again. It's the exact same thing when these people are talking. They keep regurgitating, re-talking, saying the same things over and over and over again. It's just like they're reliving the same day, Groundhog Day, over and over again. I just don't get it, man. These people are just insane. They don't realize it. They are the ones who's actually in the Matrix. They are the Matrix.
I beg your pardon?
Like seriously, when you hear these people talk, do they not just sound like bots? Like everybody likes to describe NPCs. They really do come off as non-playable characters. They sound like their dialogue is actually scripted at this point in time. When you go over there and you press X and you hit talk or engage, they say the same things. You've maxed out on the dialogue that you can get out of these people. There's nothing else that will be said. It doesn't matter if you engage with them 50 times, you're not going to unlock a special item. It's just going to be the same shit. You're not going to learn anything new. This person is maxed. This person is tapped out. They are disengaged at this point in time. I'm telling you, they're unplugged. They don't know what they're doing anymore. They're just out here making the money, which is good for them. But damn, I mean, I don't know what kind of life this is. I really don't, man. I mean, these people are sad. Red pill is a sad life. Like basically, it's the same as black pill. I mean, they're all the same. All these pills except for the gray pill. I mean, none of them, they're all the same stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's all just a rabbit hole to sadness. It's all just a tunnel to misery. That's all it is. I don't understand why you would go down that tunnel, but they do it. They do it willingly too. They get upset, they get sad, they crash out, and they said, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and give up on life for a while, and I'm just going to get angry. I'm going to hate women. I'm going to hate everybody else. I'm going to hate minorities. I'm going to get on this alt-right pipeline, and I'm just going to believe in all these things that are conservative because they sound good, you know what I'm saying, on paper. But even though in reality they're doing all the exact opposite things, but I'm just going to believe in what they told me, even though it's a lie. It's cool. It's cool. I'm telling you, all these people are basically the same. And the next guy I'm going to talk about is just somebody that, you know, you've seen him. You've seen him out here with these stupid shorts, always basically interrogating these people in the middle of the streets while they're walking Miami. Like, first of all, it's Miami. Like, how many times we got to talk about it? Florida is not a real place. Miami is not a real place. It's basically like Hogwarts. To get to this place, you really do have to run through a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? Basically just, you know, put a potion over the bitch and just run through it. I mean, that's what you got to do to get to Miami, because it's not real. The people there, they don't have real standards. They don't believe in real things. I'm telling you, the stuff that goes on there is not normal. So the fact that they want to paint that as reality is a thing that so many people still fall into the trap of, even though we have seen this stuff throughout these last couple of years of following these losers, that it's not real. It's just not, man. Go outside. I get so tired of hearing people say touch grass, but it's true. You need to do it. Like, actually engage with it.
How long you been together?
About a year and a half.
How do you feel about the way your woman is dressed tonight on a night out?
Oh, she looks amazing.
Do you feel like what you're wearing is appropriate when you're in a relationship with a man?
Yeah.
I talk like this because really I'm trying to compensate for the fact that I really sound like this if I talk like normal. But really I like to just speak to you in a way that makes me sound like I'm more masculine as I harass people in these streets.
I'm such a dick.
Why don't you have a problem at all with it?
Maybe because I don't give a shit.
To be honest with you, she asked my opinion before she bought it, and I was like, yeah, that's amazing. And then she wore it for me before we came here, and I was like, yeah, I really like that dress.
What made you go, let me ask my man if this is okay, as opposed to I'm just gonna wear this and go out?
Because I have respect.
Is this something that you could see yourself wearing on a girl's night without him being here?
Probably not.
Why not?
Because it's like, it could get like guys' attention and whatever, and like, as long as I have him on my arm, that's all that matters.
So ultimately, you feel like your man should have a say in how you dress when you leave the house?
This dude has been prowling the streets for years, asking these same lame ass, lifeless, redundant ass questions, harassing these people on the streets of Miami. Like, dude, I mean, I'm telling you, I almost have to applaud it, but it is just sickening to watch these people make horrible content. And I hate that I'm judging it, because I've become pretty much a slop tuber at this point in time. But the stuff that they're doing is just such trash. It doesn't help anyone. And I'm not trying to sound like Myron when I'm over here saying you don't bring any value to any platform, but their platform is just dumb. It's actually hurting people. That's what's sad about it, because unfortunately, the way the world is unfolding now, young men don't need to hear these things or see these things. I don't understand these people's infatuation with like controlling how a woman dresses. Like, most men will not dress women well. Like, outside of putting them in bikinis 24/7 or in thongs, they're not going to dress them well. So I don't understand why they want to control that shit so much. Do you want them to wear drapes all the time? Birkenstocks? I mean, I forgot. They do want to return back to the old days. So ladies, you got to understand, like, you know, they want you to make sure you're fully covered at all times. Onesies, okay? That's the only thing you're going to have in the closet.
I think a little bit. Like, I definitely listen to his opinion.
Yeah. How do you feel on the matter?
Obviously, she has her freedom to do it, but out of respect in the relationship, she should be asking me if this is okay, and I should give my 2 cents to that. And she does that, and I really respect that, and I'm really appreciative that she has that feminine side, that she's willing to ask that, and, you know, I give her my response.
He really sounds like a beta cuck. This man actually believes in collaboration with a woman, believes in actually hearing her opinion, actually seeking out his opinion. He feels honored to do so only because of the fact that she really shows her feminine side, something that they don't believe even exists in women that are even attractive anymore. If you're hot, I'm telling you, you're definitely for the streets. There's no way you have dignity deep down, and you all have an OnlyFans. There's no way that any of you don't, because that's the only way that any of you really make money, because you're not capable to actually do anything at a real job. job. There's no way you can definitely be in charge and actually be capable of running any businesses. Though my experiences with some of the female bosses I've had have been mixed, but still, I'm saying overall in general, they say that you're not capable of doing anything. You can't play sports. You can't do anything that's manly. Now, obviously, you can't do some of these things to the capability of men. Like, please, let's not get lost here. But women are very capable at doing a lot of things. And people like this dude who be harassing these women in the streets also believe in the same things as Cooley and the same things as Myron and the other same doofuses that I was referencing earlier. They all believe in the same stuff where they don't believe that the other sex is capable of anything. And that all these men should be followed just, blindly into the fire, because most of these people aren't going to lead your relationship anywhere, because most of these people don't have leadership skills. It's why people like Myron have just now got into relationships almost damn near when he was 40 years old and basically got exposed for getting cheated on by a guy who with rollerblades and a construction worker and all this stuff like that. Don Juan, I don't think any of that stuff is real, but I mean, besides the fact that he got cheated on and she did leave his ass. But I'm just saying, like, the other jokes that people kept running with, irrelevant to the point that this relationship guru basically got exposed for not knowing how to hold down a relationship, because they hold these dumbass beliefs that these people keep peddling for years and years and years.
I don't think America is a Muslim country, and we don't have the numbers to even represent.
But it's also not a Christian. It's not a Christian country. It's just not.
I think it's a Christian country. And we could disagree there.
But it's not in the Constitution. You don't have to say it to become a citizen.
I don't think
you
have to
declare it. There's freedom of religion and that's if you're actually going to talk about what it means to be an American, if you look at the amendments and you look at the rights that we have, it has nothing to do with being a Christian.
Again, just because it's not in the Constitution, so to speak, right? Or maybe even the Bill of Rights or whatever, does not mean
any of the
and they probably did that on purpose.
Paperwork.
And they probably did that on purpose, right? To
not declare it as a Christian, as a single religion's country. Well, that's the whole reason they did that. So I'm going to follow what the founding fathers said.
Yeah, but here's the thing. America does have an identity, whether people want to accept it or not. And this is where we can have the disagreement.
What's the identity?
The American identity is a majority white country that's a Christian nation. That is the American identity. We respected that culture because we understood we are guests there. I think Muslims need to exercise the same thing in the United States.
Yeah, I know, because we're literally visiting Dubai.
Yeah.
I was born here. Like,
Yeah, but the Islamic faith, we're American citizens, but the Islamic faith is not
there's nothing, I mean, you're just making up America. Like,
we're 1% of the population. That in itself proves that this is not a Muslim country.
You can single out anybody and say that they're a minority to some extent. You don't need to describe somebody just by their faith. You could say that your skin color is, or where you're from, or.
But when we're talking about
people
faith,
have glasses.
Here's the thing. Hindus, Jews, Muslims, we're all guests in America. Being honest, we all are. I'm not just saying this is as Muslims we're guests. I think.
What about minorities? Are minorities guests in America?
Like, what do you mean minorities? Like blacks and shit like that? Or
anybody not
Asians?
White? Anybody not white?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah.
We're also guests.
Yeah. White people built and founded this country, bro. We're all guests here.
What's messed up about that debate is Myron got absolutely slayed in that debate, and all Sneeko did was ask questions. He didn't even have to give real major input on anything because Myron was exposing himself. Once again, when you get stuck repeating the same outdated stats, statistics, and just facts that you done pulled up out of your ass, which turn into non-facts and they just turn into just, bullshit. I mean, it will literally BS basically, but that's what it turns into when it's just opinions that you keep saying that are facts that people can actually debunk with real things. You know what I'm saying? And you get exposed and you sound stupid. When you're over here bending the knee to white zaddy out here, people like Sneeko just got to ask you, like, bro, like, do you really believe this stuff? Like, the idea that you have of America isn't really what America is on paper. You can say they founded this stuff, then why didn't they put it down in that damn Constitution that everybody likes to reference all the time? All this stuff that you keep talking about, how they're supposed to be the majority and how this is their country, and the only way it's really America if it's white and it's Christian and it's super Caucasian and it's Elmer's glue white and all that shit. Like, dude, I'm sorry. It does not actually adhere to what the reality of what it's supposed to be is. America is supposed to be for all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of different nationalities, beliefs, religions, creeds, ethnicities. Everybody's supposed to be able to come here and find it a home. As long as you become a citizen, sometimes, the process is a little BSy, but still, you are supposed to be able to become a citizen if you are an immigrant. And that doesn't mean it's just the white people's country, because obviously there were people here before they got here and conquered this land. It's not their country. And you keep peddling this idea, and that's why they're going to ship your ass off as soon as you're done, like getting rid of the rest of us. Out here, you know, just attending to the other house Negroes that exist out here on the internet. The other trash pandas that I was talking about earlier in this video. I mean, like I said, Cooley's going to be out there with you eventually, because he has these same beliefs, these same thoughts. Now, he may not believe it in the same aspect as you do when it comes to religion and all this stuff, when it comes to Muslims and Islam and all that. But I'm telling you, it all leads you down the same rabbit hole. It all leads you down the same path. Someone in the comments made a good point recently. When are we going to call Myron out about this N-word situation? He's not one of us, by the way. I hope everybody realizes that. Like, this man is not black. He can claim that, you know, whatever way he wants to, you know, being Sudanese and what other, like, you know, race he is. I don't care. He ain't one of us, dude. I mean, he's been released, dropped off, waived, whatever you want to call it. He's been cut. If he was ever one of us, he isn't now. Because I'm telling you, I don't adopt this man. I don't adopt his beliefs. This man sat here in front of his mirror for over a decade practicing how to say the N-word with the proper A instead of the ER. I mean, I'm telling you, he had a hard time differentiating between the two. He finally got it right over here the last couple of years, but that man struggled. I know he sat there in that mirror and practiced over and over and over again before he got rid of all them bitches in his house. Before he decided to crash out and lose all them mirrors because he got ashamed of who the person he was after he left the FBI or the Homeland Security and all this stuff he worked for, where he was sprinkling crack on people, where he was probably trying to plant evidence if he was ever out in the field. But overall, we probably realized that he was actually a desk agent at the end of the day. But that's just Myron. He's just a clown. He is what he is. And I love go ahead and getting these jokes off on this man each and every time we talk about him, because Myron and Fresh are doggy doodle. But Fresh doesn't need to catch any strays today unnecessarily, because we're talking about Myron and how he unnecessarily got cooked by Sneeko in a debate where he was basically saying that, no, we are, you know, it's a white man's world. Like, we need to just be okay with that, accept our place, stay in our lane. I mean, dude, he sounds like such a house Negro. I'm sorry, and I hate to say it, because he's not one of us. But damn, if he was in this country, he would have been out there in them fields too. Regardless of what he thinks, no matter how much he would have been on those knees for Zaddy, he still would have been out in the field. No, he could have been inside the house, but they still would have been whipping him. You know, making an example out of him. I mean, they would have still did things to Myron. He would have just been okay. The buck breaking in, he would have been just fine with. No Vaseline for Myron. He was like, just go ahead and do it, boss. I'm telling you, I'll take it. Whatever you want to give me, as long as I can live inside. Please, boss. I'm telling you, that's Myron. Myron, oh boy. Sometimes I get these crazy thoughts in the back of my head thinking about it. You imagine, like, just all those like random content creators out here in the slave fields, right? You know, all the black ones, we out here and trying to find our roles. Who's where? You know which ones are the house Negroes, the Officer Tatums, the guys I'm talking about in this video, the Myrons. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, there's a whole long list of them out there that'll be up in that house just kissing up. Anton Daniels, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine how much Anton Daniels would be on his knees up in there? How much just D-riding and Tarzan he would be doing? Oh my God. The amount of ass kissing that man would be doing. You couldn't get the skin from them butt cheeks off of his lips. I mean, I'm telling you, he would be glued. Talking about the level of boot licking, that man's tongue would be more than leather at this point in time. It would be covered with lint. I mean, damn, dude, Anton Daniels would be the absolute worst in the house. Be out there on the porch talking shit to the rest of us. I know Anton would. He'd be rubbing it into our faces about how he got it better than the rest of us while we out there, you know, sleeping in wood shacks and shit. I probably would have died. I'm telling you, like, I would have been a good one for a little while, and then there would have been a day where I just lost my mind, and they would have done hung me up there and burnt me alive, and it would have been a damn shame. And I would have hated to go out that way screaming, but I already know I would have gone out fighting. It's just like the zombie apocalypse. I'm the person who doesn't save the last, you know, bullet for themselves. For whatever reason, I'm gonna keep on shooting. They're gonna tear me apart. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out screaming. I'm gonna go out terribly, and that's just the way it is. I've accepted it. That's just the way I'm built. Ultimately, the point of today's video is to inform you that taking the red pill can lead you down a pipeline to turning into one of these self-hating, hypocritical, delusional dumbasses. These people are all the same. I mean, they follow all the same accounts. They listen to all the same content creators. They consume all the same news. These people say all the same things, all paths leading you to turning into the Officer Tatum, where you end up on your knees and worshiping a man who believes you were born stupid just because of the color of your skin. Really ridiculous if you really think about it, but all those paths really lead you down that way. Now, I know I played the clip at the beginning just to be funny about Officer Tatum, but it is true. true. You end up truly indoctrinated, where you end up in these alt-right circles, where you end up developing all these extremist views about Mexicans, Jews, blacks, especially blacks, and my goodness, I mean lizard people, the Illuminati, and just women in general.
Liar.
I mean, these people are angry.
You little right there when this lied and said that I got her pregnant when I fucking did it. And then you dumbasses 3 years later believe some that makes the same allegations again. You fucking idiots.
He's a racist ass bitch, a racist ass black empowerment, black superiority, fuck the white man, they don't deserve nothing, all that, bruh.
These people have daddy issues.
I'm the nigga that I'm speaking about. I was raised without a father, and guess what? I had to discover manhood on my own.
These people are stupid.
Creation itself, who decided 2 + 2 = 4? Man did, right? I'm just saying, on a basis, 2 + 2, who decided that?
Who decided 2 + 2 = 4? Is that a serious question? With all due respect, like, is
no
one decided 2 + 2 = 4, bro.
How did it come about?
2 + 2. Look, mathematics is a language. Yeah. Mathematics is a language, and it's actually it's a tautology. So tautology is when you say the same thing twice. 2 + 2 is an expression of 4.
And these people deserve a pretty good bitch slap. But that's all I really wanted today. I didn't want to take up a lot of your time. I wanted to kind of get to the point in this one and throw in some of the little edits with a little bit of music and have you have a little good time and enjoy the video and whatnot. Hopefully you did. Please like, share, and subscribe. Well, obviously, because I've been asking for donations on this channel. And once again, if you don't have money to donate, that is fine. I have been receiving some donations from whether it was family members or friends and people who are also donating openly on the channel with super chats. All of that is greatly appreciated. And if you don't have the money, that is cool. Just literally just like the video and share it and harass all your friends. Maybe one of them will decide to open up that video one day and be like, damn, okay, fine, I'll listen to the guy. I mean, Jesus Christ, just stop harassing me. Keep on doing it because it helps out this channel. If the hype button is available, hit it. I mean, just feel free. I don't know if it actually does anything for these channels, but it does look good, I guess, on paper. But if it's a beta thing, I'm telling you, I would like to know what the end result is, because I mean, people have been hyping these videos, and I mean, I still haven't had a video hit 100K yet. I'm waiting for it to happen. Now, I know I'm not putting out bangers like that, because I mean, there's some channels who are really putting out some great content lately, but I'm hoping that one of these videos one day can get to that climax, but we'll see. Well, anyway, I will see you soon.